Share 61. The value of a phone number. One of the AA members in Verona gave me, when I first got sober, a little red AA phone book. On the front of it has a gold embossed telephone with the letters AA above it. I could put all my AA numbers in this book, and nobody else would go into this book. I kept this book for years, although I seldom used the telephone. I always knew that simply having these numbers is somehow keeping me sober. Once in London, while I was staying at the enormous Forum Hotel on, let's see, what is that road? Cromwell Road, with now I think it's the Holiday Inn. Anyway, the Forum Hotel on the Cromwell Road was where I was staying on my first sober trip to London. And this AA phone book was somehow left behind when I checked out. I don't know how I didn't put it in my backpack and take it with me when I left the hotel, but I didn't. And I realized when I left the hotel and left London, I had also left behind this little book. Ever since then, the value of the AA phone number and the AA community has always meant a lot to me since I left this little tiny book in such a giant hotel. I think it was an 80-story skyscraper, which is pretty big for the West End of London, especially back then before Norman Foster constructed the Jerkin Building. The Jerkin Building opened in 2004. Is Lord Norman Foster's futuristic 40-floor skyscraper in London's financial district. I think it would not have been such an effect if I had left it in a little bed and breakfast somewhere in London. Anyway, it was the juxtaposition that got me, this little tiny book of intimate numbers and the big impersonal hotel in which it was left. That hotel was recommended to me by someone in an AA meeting. I was always drinking a lot in London and never went there sober, and it never even occurred to me to go back to London sober. I don't know why not. But one day I was sitting in a meeting in Virginia and next to an international businessman named Bob, and he said that he's always going in and out of London to and from India, and whenever he's in London, he stays someplace where he can walk to a different meeting every night of the week. I said, well, which hotel in London do you stay at, where you can walk to a different meeting every night of the week? And he told me, and so I went in there and stayed in that hotel myself, and that's how I started going to AA in London.